Hello, dearies. No, so it's cold out, so sometimes the heater just isn't enough. Anyway, Marvel Rivals estimated to have grossed 136 million in first month after launch. You know, this game, the one that's free to play, it's making more money than most games that have come out in 2024. It's free to play and it's good. So there's that. A revenue estimate claims that NetEase's Marvel Rivals game has grossed $136 million in its first month after launch. According to Chinese website GameLook, Marvel Rivals grossed an estimated 400 million yen, or about $54.5 million on Steam. Again, it's a free to play game. So the fact that people are spending that much money for stuff in game. Next, it claimed it grossed 200 million yen from PlayStation. That's about 27.2 million dollars. From there, it estimated that the game brought in 20 million yen on Xbox. So it looks like it's the most on Steam. Yeah, 54. Yeah, it was the most on Steam. That's around 20 million yen on Xbox. That's around 2.7 million. It then detailed the additional revenue came from a non-Steam PC client, likely totaling 15.6 million. That brings the overall non-China monthly gross to 100 million. As for total revenue, the outlets share that it was likely around 1 billion, or around $136.3 million, meaning that it grossed another 36 million just in China. Finally, the outlet shared its belief that the game could potentially be a 10 billion yen annual performer, which, I mean, if it keeps up to, dare say, Steam up top. No, that's about 1.3 billion. Marvel Rivals has consistently been one of the most played games since its launch in December. Currently, the game is fourth. What's number? Let's see. Marvels, right? Dota, of course. Yeah. PUBG's, Counter Strike. Yeah, I mean, I love how Wallpaper Engine is up there. It's like always up there. Path of Exile, of course. Pal World down there. What we got? Current, all time. I mean, there's still a lot of people playing. So, um, the game hit an all-time peak. Yeah, we don't need to read that. We can see the numbers right here. Uh, this was January 9th. It's January 10th right now. So it's staying consistent for the most part. So it's kind of it went had a little dip, but it's still maintaining a lot of players. So that's what happens when, a game is good. I know. Everyone's got the shocked Pikachu face right now. It's like, what? People play games when they're good? And the free to play game is making money because it's good? John, this is crazy talk. This is crazy talk, John. I know. I know. It's crazy. Completely crazy. As noted above, the most recent 24-hour peak was 445,000. That's just a 7.3% decline, which really isn't that much. That's not that big. Unlike a game where you have like 90,000 players and then all of a sudden you hit like 2,000, or a game that only gets a hit a peak of like 697 or so. So this game is doing incredibly well. The game is also dominating True Trophy's weekly most popular PlayStation charts. In the most recent chart, the game ranked third behind Fortnite and Call of Duty. In fact, since the game release, it has not moved from, oh wow, dominating number three. Number three, Marvel Rivals. Number 15, Burger King Foot Lettuce. As for Xbox, the game initially placed fourth in the True Achievements most popular Xbox charts. In subsequent weeks, it's remained in the top 5, falling to fifth this weekend, fifth the week ending December 22nd, 2024. However, it moved back up to fourth in the most recent chart for the week ending January 5th, 2025. I mean, good for them. This is what happens when you make a good game. It is free to play. Now, this is why something like Concord failed, because it was a shooter that, play style of either like Overwatch or something like that, but they were going to charge you $30 when there was nothing new, nothing special about it, nothing that really set it apart from anything else. You have Marvel Rivals that it's free to play. Awesome. We go back. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Free to play. Free to play. And people are still playing it because it's good. People are saying it's like the first Overwatch, which was really, really good. And people prefer it over Overwatch 2, which really kind of says something about Overwatch 2. You would think that the second game would be better than the first, especially if they just stuck true to what made the first one great. But somehow they messed it up, and people are still playing the first game more than they're playing the second. You mean characters showing their feet didn't work? I mean, market, like, yeah, if you don't know what they pretty much tried to, actually, hang on. I'll bring it up. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. This is from their, and I talked about this when it happened, but this was how they were marketing this character. As grippers? Like, what are we doing? This is how they were marketing this character. Well, hey, feet people. Guess what? We got you covered. So yeah, it's so even the feet people aren't playing Overwatch 2. Are the do they have any furry things in Overwatch 2 as well? Because it seems like the furries aren't playing it either. Like, no, sorry, we'll just go back to Overwatch 1. Hey guys, look. Feet. And I remember everyone just is like, really? This is how you're marketing this? Not a cool display of her talents or anything like that. No. She has feet. It actually makes me think of that one thing. It was like this meme or something online that came, like, I saw it was a couple days ago, where like shows a bunch of people with lightsabers and like a bunch of different kinks, and then the door opens and it's feet people, and you see the with the red saber. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's like, what? Like, I don't get the appeal. I mean, I even said in the video, I was like, I don't get it. Like, hands, maybe I could get. I mean, I've never looked at someone's hands and be like, oh god, those are some nice hands. And I definitely don't see the appeal of looking at someone's feet and be like, oh god. Like, just bony and veiny sometimes, and things maybe, it's just, I don't see the appeal. And no one's ever been able to give me a reason why they find it attractive. So, please, if you're watching, what is attractive about feet? It's like, come here, baby. Let me see that clavicle. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Some of that sweet, sweet clavicle. It's just... yeah. Moon Knight is just... Are you done? But, yeah, this is what happens when you have a good game, and it's free to play. Again, this is why Concord failed. because it was marketed terribly. It didn't bring anything new to the table, and they were going to charge you $30 for it. This is a free to play game. And so naturally, obviously they have a shop where you can skins and stuff like that, and you obviously got your whales, so they're going to just blow their money on everything that comes out. And it doesn't matter how much it is. So, it's maybe if Concord had done that, it wouldn't have failed. But it's it's a good thing that it succeeded, and it looks like a really cool game. A lot of characters to choose from. I think they said there's like 30 plus characters in there. That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, most fighting games don't even have that many characters to choose from. But when you have a universe like Marvel, it's not impossible. There's still so many characters to be added, and it's kind of like, it makes you wonder why things like well, actually it doesn't make you wonder. You know why it failed, but like with Suicide Squad, you have all this great group of people story wise, in the comics and all that. Of course, it's a terrible game, but you have all these DLC characters. You have like Deathstroke and stuff like that. They had Mrs. Freeze, which they did terribly. If they made Mrs. Freeze look like Mrs. Freeze, it would have been fine. But now it looks like Mix Freeze. It's Mix Ma'am Freeze Ma'am or Ma'am. So, but 30 characters to choose from. So I'm glad it's doing well. Actually, what are the specs for it? Oh my god, every single time. Every single time I have to go back. I have to go back. I would assume people can play it. Oh wow. Okay, minimum recommended i5. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I've got i7, so I could run it. Memory 16 gigs. I've got like 32. Storage, I have the SSD. I've got like a terabyte of memory. Not even 2% of it's been used up yet. We recommend you install the game on an SSD drive for a better experience. Well, that's what I would do. I might actually download this and see. I'm really not much of this kind of game kind of fan, but I mean, it's always nice to venture into uncharted territory for yourself. But it looks cool. It looks cool. I mean, it looks like they made it good enough to where modern PCs, I mean, most PCs are probably at Intel i3, i5 already. So, yeah. Yeah, it's free to play, so why not? So, why not? I mean, come on. So, but yeah, I'm glad it's doing well. Looks really cool, and if you guys are playing it, let me know if you guys are enjoying it. And who do you main? Who is your main? And anything else you can think about the game. Who do you hope to see as a I think they mentioned a DLC or a skin right now or something. So who do you hope to see? I mean, Marvel's vast, so they might add some like obscure characters into the game. So I mean, come on, they've got Squirrel Girl. They've got freaking Squirrel Girl, who's also who's voiced by the AT&T chick, the one who doesn't like being told that she has mommy milkers. Yeah, her. I can't remember her name, but yeah, it's her, the AT&T chick. But I mean, Squirrel Girl. So if they have Squirrel Girl, who knows what kind of other obscure characters they'd add. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.